What's up, guys? This is Brave, and I'm back for another review of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. This is season 11, episode 9, and the episode is titled Frostbite. Let's get right into this review. So, first things first, we have to start off with Spice, because we do see her with her children, and y'all, the kids are back in town. So, she opens up to them about how she may have to go back into the surgery room, okay? She may have to get a couple more surgeries, to fix her hernia and all these other things that are going on with her. And, of course, her kids start to cry, start to tear up. I feel like her son, he definitely was very emotional. And I was kind of annoyed with her, talking about some, don't cry because you're going to make me cry. I'm like, no, let him let that out, because he has already been through a lot with him thinking that something could possibly happen to his mother. You know what I'm saying? You could have possibly passed away. You could have not been here anymore. And now you're telling him you're going to get another surgery. You know what I'm saying? Let that boy let them tears out. And then you have her daughter, who I feel like probably holds a lot of stuff in, but she doesn't say much. One thing that I will say is that seeing Spice with her kids, it really lets me know that her kids want to be with her. But she's putting this show and her career above them. Because I definitely feel like there is a way for her to make it work, that her kids get to see her more often. Because it seems like once the school season starts, she sends them to Jamaica, and maybe she don't see them as often. Because those kids, they really want to be around their mama. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and move on, because we have Rashida. She's meeting up with Erica Dixon. And I will say, Erica looks good, okay? Now, they talk about how Imani, she turned 18, and Rashida is going on about the Bistro and the Bistro drama. We don't really care about that. So, Rashida, she wants to get to the mess, and she asks Erica if she feels like Imani will be able to see her siblings at all, because there's so much stuff going on with Bambi and Scrappy. Now, according to Erica, she says that she hopes so. And then goes on to talk about how she's supporting Scrappy as he navigates this divorce. And I'm just like, that's so interesting, because there was never going to be a time that you could have told me in the past that Erica and Scrappy will be riding around shotgun with each other as if they ace boom coons. Absolutely not. But nonetheless, Erica, she talks about how Imani has no desire to be around Bambi. Now, according to Erica, in her confessional, she talks about how Bambi, she talks negatively about Imani's parents. So when she said that, I was like, okay, I get why she would want to be around her. Because I'm pretty sure Imani has been at the house plenty of times when Bambi has gotten into it with Scrappy. I'm pretty sure Imani has been around to hear, Bambi may say negative things about Erica. This girl's 18 years old now, so she can read things on social media. She can see, old clips of the show. I can see how she has developed, her own dislike the way Bambi talks about her parents. But also I feel like within her own relationship with Bambi, they've had issues. So Erica actually mentions how at some point Bambi, she, I guess, made food for her kids and not Imani. I'm not exactly sure there, but Erica got an issue with that, okay? So next thing you know, Erica, she says that her and Scrap, they made a pact so that way they can fully support Imani. And I think that that's really nice. That's really beautiful. However, when did y'all make this pact? Because Imani just turned 18. Just turned 18 years old. I think it's a little late for y'all to be making a pact to say, oh, we're going to put, all the BS to the side and we're going to focus on Imani. Like, why did y'all do this when she was 10? When she was 15? During those stages where it really could have been impactful to see her parents getting along, however y'all was over there fussing and fighting and doing whatever y'all was doing, I'm giving a side eye. Oh, and I also forgot to mention how they took a trip to, where'd they go? Puerto Rico for her birthday, for Imani's birthday. She turned 18 and Scrappy actually showed up. I'm just like, so who paid for his ticket? Because according to Bam, the man ain't got no money. He don't want to pay child support. He didn't want to pay rent. So, who paid for his ticket? Did you pay for it, Erica? I hope not. I really hope not. Now, let's slide on over to Bambi and Jessica. We see them. They are making candles. And Jessica, she talks about the surgery that she's going to need to have, because she has fibroid issues. And, she's found this great black doctor. Great for her. I really hope that she can have a baby in the future. Now we talk about Bambi. Now, Bambi invites her to the Frost Bistro reopening. And Jessica, she asked her if Scrappy was going to be there because, Scrappy's friends with Kirk and Rashida and all of that. And Erica's like, I don't really know. But this leads Bambi to talk about how Scrappy and Erica, they took Imani to Puerto Rico for her birthday, right? Now, Bam, she's negative about this whole situation. I'm sorry, she is. Like, let that man spend time with his child. It is what it is. His daughter's only going to turn 18 one time. If she wanted both her parents there, let that situation be that situation. So now she goes on to talk about how Scrappy's on this smear campaign. He's telling anybody who will listen, about me. He's talking about me to Diamond and Mama D and Erica. I said, girl, you listen to all people who don't mess with you. So I don't even know why you care if he's talking to them about you, number one. Number two, let's not act like you're not doing the same. Like, let's be for real right now. Everything that we've seen you in, Bambi, you have talked about Scrappy. You ain't told us nothing about Shimmer. You ain't told us nothing about no business dealings that you got. None of that. The only thing that you have talked about is, oh my God, Scrappy won't pay child support. Oh my God, Scrappy won't do this. Scrappy won't do that. And I get it. That is your husband. But you have told multiple people at different times, different things about Scrappy. So you're smearing his name as well. So don't act like this is one-sided. Now, I don't even know how we even got to that conversation, though. When I think of, like, the grand scheme of how they were talking, I'm just like, how did we even get here? But, it is what it is. Love and Hip Hop, I will say this episode was very choppy. Let's slide on over to Yandy. She goes to see Spice. They get a second opinion about Spice's possible surgeries, and that was that for me. Those are two people who I do not care about on this show, so we gonna slide right past. Carly Red, y'all. Carly is out here shooting a music video, and I really felt bad for her because nobody showed up to her music video shoot. You know how they usually do on the show. If someone's shooting a music video, you have 3-4 cast members pop up, to be in the video or to support. She did not have that. And I think it's crazy to me how we keep seeing things with Carly Red. Her name ain't in the credits. Nonetheless, she's working with another dance hall artist. And I'm like, you know what? Good for Carly. Carly has been trying to do music for so long. At least it's working for her now. Okay? Next thing you know, Mita shows up. And it's to celebrate Carly's birthday. I was like, oh, shoot. Who would have known it was her birthday? The only thing that was standing out to me was Mita's hair, y'all. Why did Mita have on one of Spice's wigs? I said, Mita, could you just go back to like having some braids or black hair or something? Because Spice wigs, this blue, it ain't working for you. Hell, it ain't working for Spice either. So they talk about how Carly and Spice could possibly reconcile, because their friendship, it's pretty much in the trash at this point, if we being honest. But Carly kind of feels like Shekinah is in the way. She calls Shekinah a bandwagon chick, and she basically says that Shekinah is hating on her friendship that she had with Spice. And Carly is standing on the fact that it wasn't her place to give out information on Spice. Now, Mita, she lets us all know that Yandy felt some type of way about Carly as well. And I'm just like, can we be for real right now? It is crazy to me how something happened to Spice in the Dominican Republic. And now all of a sudden, because Spice, you couldn't reach out to Spice because she had whatever medical complications going on. Mita, y'all probably didn't even have Mita's number, I guess, because everybody decided to blow up Carly Red. And the fact that she wasn't getting back to y'all, now everybody's mad. And I'm still trying to figure out how Spice is feeling like, oh, well, nobody told Carly not to tell you guys where I was or what was going on. And I'm like, but Carly, as well as Mita, have basically said that your family, whoever that is, said that it wants to keep everything in-house. Please make that make sense. But let's go ahead and move on, because we're going to talk about this a little bit later, even though I'm tired of talking about it. So we get to the grand opening of the Frost Bistro. Now, according to Rashida, everything ain't done, but it's good enough. I said, ma'am, what do you mean it's good enough? What are y'all doing at the Frost Bistro? Because to me, I'm trying to figure out, why didn't y'all just change your menu and then just reopen? Because what are we redesigning? You already had a decent looking restaurant. Like, I'm trying to figure out why y'all had things under construction, or why were y'all remodeling? Whatever. We just gonna go ahead and rock out. So, of course, everybody, they're coming to the bistro. Not everybody, but a lot of the cast members come to the bistro. So, of course, we have people talking about Scrappy getting into it with Bambi's friends. You know what I'm saying? Because that was probably the last time a lot of people got together. That was when Erica Mena went over there stirring up mess with Scrappy, and Sierra got involved as well. So, Jock, now I will say this, Jock is not really on this show like that, but I feel like Jock has actually grown a lot, and he probably has some of the most sense of all the people on the show. So he basically lets Bambi know that, listen, the conversation that Erica had with Scrappy, it started out okay. And of course, Erica, because she's your homegirl, she has so much intel from your side of things. But this was not the place nor the time for her to have that conversation at all with Scrappy. Like, she should have never had that conversation. It went too far in public, and I absolutely agree with him. It was never Erica's place. But for some reason, Erica and Sierra feel like they are a package deal with Bambi, and Bambi is so whatever, stressed out or whatever, that she can't express herself to Scrappy. Okay, y'all. So, Bambi, in her confessional, she's like, I told him not to say anything because he's too defensive to receive anything. I had a problem with that statement. It shouldn't be, oh, don't go say anything to him because he's defensive. No, don't go say anything to him because you're going to make things more complicated as I'm going through this divorce. Period. It has nothing to do with him being defensive, him trying to, make people see things his way, any of that. This is called your friends need to mind their damn business. Like, your friends do not need to get involved in your relationship, your marriage, anything you got going on with Scrappy. It has nothing to do with him being defensive. Your friends were wrong, period. When are we going to see the conversation that you have with your friends to say, you know what, y'all, moving forward, I need to handle my own affairs with my husband. But that's not what we're going to get. So next thing you know, we have Yandy and Erica Dixon talk. They talk about how Erica, she went to Puerto Rico for Imani's birthday. Erica says that she's been gloating a little bit because Karma is her homegirl. I said, okay. I mean, I don't know why we trying to be buddy-buddy with Scrappy, but girl, do you. Now, Spice arrives, and I don't know if y'all caught this little clip, but Sierra tells her that, I'm married, but I'm about to go through a divorce. And I'm just like, Sierra, that sounds so despicable that you are married and you are going through a divorce and none of your friends know about it. That sounds really crazy. But let's get to the meat and potatoes of this episode, okay? Because we had to suffer through 2 fights. Rashida, she decides to have a conversation with Erica Dixon. And now she wants to, try to get her together with Bambi. Why? I have no idea. But this was dumb on your part, Rashida. So, Bambi, she don't think that they need to talk at all. I said, this ain't gonna go right, because she's already on I have attitude that you came to get me out of whatever I was doing to come talk to Erica. So we start off by saying that, Imani should be able to see her siblings, all this stuff. Now, Bam says that, she can come, and how basically Bambi has, all the furniture for Imani's bedroom. I was a little bit confused there, because I'm like, why do you have the furniture for Imani's bedroom? Shouldn't that stuff have gone to her father? Like, did anybody else think that was weird? But nonetheless, we're going to keep it rolling. So, Erica, she says that Imani has been around, but, she hasn't been around. And Bambi's like, yes, she has. She's around when I'm not there. And she's like, yeah, that's the problem. It's because you have mistreated her, so that's why she doesn't come around when you're around. So Bambi, she throws out the fact that Imani told her that Erica abused her. Now, y'all, these women are kind of throwing out a lot of accusations at this point, because Bambi is saying that Erica abused Imani. Then you have Erica, she talks about how Bambi mistreated Imani. I'm like, okay, this is a lot. And again, Rashida, this was a dumb idea. So, next thing you know, we learn about this whole police report. According to Bambi, and Erica says that, no, y'all tried to get my kids taken from me. Yeah, but I still have them. Now, in her confessional, Erica says that she actually had a police escort because tensions were high between her and Scrappy. I guess, when they would have to switch off Imani or whatever. And it turned into them saying that she abused Imani. So Scrappy tried to use that and flip that into him getting full custody. And just too much going on. Okay? Way too much going on. Like, I feel like this was a conversation that we did not need to be in at all. But next thing you know, I feel like, honestly, there were some choppy things going on with this scene as well. Because Erica, she threw out this line about how, oh, Bambi, you gotta fight for child support or whatever. She calls Bambi out her name. This argument has went left, way left or whatever. Erica is calling Bambi second best, tells her how, Scrappy proposed to her first. I'm like, now how did we get to fighting over Scrappy? What's going on? Like, I don't know how we transitioned from talking about Imani and mistreatment to you second fiddle. I don't know how we got there. That's why I'm like, there had to have been some other things that were said in this, and things got choppy. Nonetheless, I think that it was Bambi. She told Erica to square up, and Erica jumped up, baby girl was ready. But what's crazy is that Bambi just sat there, okay? She just sat there in her seat, still taunting Erica, but it was because she was surrounded by security guards. So Erica and Bambi, they finally separate. I'm like, great. They don't need to be near each other. We need to go ahead and wrap this whole little night up, right? We do see Erica apologize to Rashida, which is something that I did appreciate, because it's like, girl, you stirred this up at this girl's party. You was not supposed to be out here arguing and fighting like this. And, she does admit that the conversation took her back to a place, where they tried to get her kids taken away from her. And now she says that Scrappy has apologized. So that's why she's able to move forward with him. And I'm just like, that must have been one serious apology. That must have been one heartfelt, serious apology. Because I don't know if I would be able to be friends with Scrappy. I don't know. If you try to get my kids taken, yeah, I don't know about that. So, here's the thing. None of the friends knew any of this information. So now, the friends are kind of like, oh shit. We done got, involved in a situation that was way bigger than what we thought it was. You know what I'm saying? We thought it was, two women fighting over Scrappy. We didn't know nothing about Scrappy and Bambi trying to get Erica kids taken and a police report. We knew none of these things. And I was like, yeah, that's because y'all should have minded y'all business and let them women, Erica be on one side of the room and Bambi be on another. But no, Rashida, you wanted to get some mess started. So, Rashida is like, this wasn't the time for this. And, I thought that they would be able to have a grown woman conversation, but clearly they couldn't. I'm like, excuse me? They absolutely had a grown woman conversation. You just didn't like the way things turned out. I am so sick of people saying terms like, we need to have a grown woman conversation. Listen, as long as two adults are talking, it's a grown conversation, number one. Number two, these two have so much bad blood between them, as well as, I think that Scrappy plays a major factor in it. But I just feel like we are never going to see a time where Bambi and Erica, are on the same page. I don't see it happening. At least no time soon. So, Bambi, we see her, she talks to Rashida and she basically explains that this is all Imani's fault. And Imani told the police that her mom was abusive. Imani did this, Imani did that. Now, I will say this. Teenagers can be a handful. Sometimes teenagers lie. Sometimes teenagers do things for attention. Sometimes teenagers, you know what I'm saying? They just be doing a lot. And sometimes they have questionable behavior. But I will say this. When it comes to Imani and this whole, police report and all of this, I honestly feel like every person played a part in this. I'm not going to say that Imani is fully the person to blame. I'm not. I feel like Scrappy, he played a part in this. Bambi, you played a part in this as his wife. It doesn't sound like you tried to tell him, you know what, don't try to take Imani as full custody. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what the police actually find out, if she's actually guilty. You know what I'm saying? You never gave Erica the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? So, I just kind of feel like everybody has played a part. If anything, Bambi, you was probably egging it on. For sure we're going to take her to court. And for sure we're going to, get Imani. And, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But at this point, y'all need to move forward. Y'all really do. And I mean, even when it comes to this idea that Scrappy tried to get full custody of Imani, right? I don't think that Bambi is fully innocent in being like, oh my gosh, I don't know what my husband was doing. He wanted full custody of his daughter. I had nothing to do with it. Please. I don't believe that Bambi is innocent at all. Nonetheless, one thing that stood out to me was the fact that when she left, she gonna say, if they ever have Erica on set again, I'm quitting the show. And I'm just like, girl, bye. Because let's be honest, what does Bambi bring to the show? I'll wait. Besides her having issues with Scrappy, what does Bambi bring to the show? Nothing. Girl, you could go. I would not mind if they brought Erica Dixon back, honestly, and dropped you. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and move on, because Miss Carly Red decides to show up and she talks to Yandy, right? Now, Yandy tells her that when she talked to Spice, Spice said that she didn't say to Carly that she had to keep things a secret. And Carly explains for the 11th time how, they told her not to say anything. And now here comes everybody being like, who is they? Who is they? And it's clearly her they is people who are not on this show. So she's not about to list names and do all of this stuff for people who have nothing to do with this show. Okay? So Spice and Shekinah, they come over. So now we have everyone going after Carly, y'all, like usual. And because Spice is denying everything, Carly, I never told you this. Carly, I never told you that. And I'm just like, she's not saying that Spice literally is the person who told her not to say anything, because didn't she like die or something and he have to be brought back to life? She's saying whoever is around Spice, whether it be, could have been Spice's mom, it could have been whoever is Spice's family, they told them, you know what, we're going to keep this in-house because there's already things on the blogs about Spice. We don't want any other information to get out. Like, I'm sorry, I believe Carly 100% at this point, because Carly's story ain't changed. Everybody else's story, I don't know about it. So next thing you know, Carly and Shekinah, they are going back and forth. And really going back and forth. I don't even know what Shekinah told Carly, but all I heard was Carly yell out how Shekinah is messing around with a married man. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, what is going on? Like, they were going back and forth for a while. They separate, whatever. What is annoying to me, though, is how Yandy was trying to still have a conversation with Carly, and Carly's trying to explain whatever it was she was trying to explain about this whole situation with Shekinah, and Yandy's like, we're not talking about her right now. We're not talking about her right now. Yandy, shut up. Because let's be honest, are you really that close with Spice? I don't think so. I really don't. I don't think any of these girls are really, besties with Spice, but they gonna pretend like they are while we're on this show. Like, honestly, I feel bad for Carly, because Carly really hasn't done anything to get treated the way she's been treated. Like, your family told me not to tell nobody, so I didn't tell anybody. What's the problem? And also, Shekinah, why you ain't got that same smoke for Mita? I'm waiting. Why do you say Mita? Why you didn't tell me where to go? You know what I'm saying? Yandy, why you ain't coming for Mita? If you had Carly number, and I'm pretty sure you had Mita's. Hell, if Mita could call you to come speak on a panel, Yandy, that makes no sense to me. So on top of that, I'm so sick of hearing about Spice, though. I'm so sick of it. Like, I know Carly Red has to be annoyed that every time she come around, we got to talk about Spice. Because I'm over it. We got to move on. We have got to move on from Spice and her, oh my gosh, I could have died and all of that. We need something else. We need some more material. But y'all, that was Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Y'all team Bambi, team Erica Dixon. I am team none of them people, because I think everybody has done something a little bit wrong at some point. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to y'all in my next review. Bye, guys.